Hi everyone, welcome to Water Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, you're not, and neither's this bloke. This is crazib from Crown Clan, crazib in the premium British Tier 8 medium tank, the FV4202. The FV4202 used to be a Tier 10 tank, probably a year or two ago now, and if you had it, then you could do a mini mission to pick up this beautiful Tier 8 premium tank. So it's sort of been changed a little bit. You can see he's running pudding and tea, this is what a lot of good players do. Increases 10% to all crew skills and perks, so you aim a bit quicker, you drive a bit quicker, you shoot a bit quicker, your reload time's a bit better, and your camo rating's a bit better. And crazib, if you have a look there, he's got 2 marks of excellence on that gun barrel, and you're about to see pretty good performance in the Tier 8 premium British tank destroyer. It's got an 83.4mm gun, 230 damage a shot, 226 penetration with standard rounds, which isn't too bad, 258 with APCR, which is premium. Now he's on Malinovka. It's one of those maps that I never get the name right. He's in a Tier 10 battle, but just 3 Tier 10 tanks on each side. He's not stuffing around. He's going straight for the hill. The Oho got taken out pretty early by an unspotted T110 E4, which is one of the Tier 10s on the enemy side, the turreted American tank destroyer. And if memory serves me correctly, this tank has been on sale this week while I'm recording it. I'm not sure when this replay is going to get up, but crazib has spotted the AMX 1390. He'll be possibly concerned about artillery. There's one artillery on the enemy side. It's a Tier 8 American artillery, the M40, M43. Waits for the IS-7 to come up. He doesn't want to get the full brunt of that artillery shell on the back of his engine. Of course, this just there's no armour there whatsoever. So when artillery shoots from above, it certainly hurts in a tank like this. 2 marks of excellence on his gun barrel. He's going straight up to the northeast corner of Malinovka. Looking to get some easy damage on that AMX 1390, but the AMX 1390 is running away. Crazy, waiting till he's got a good shot on these enemy tanks. Doesn't penetrate his first shot, but he has spotted some tanks. There's a Conqueror, which he just picked up 87 assisted damage on the Conqueror, the Tier 9 British Heavy, and also what else is up there? There's a T54E1. Which looks like the T54E1's going straight into the E4. He'll certainly be regretting that when he gets shot. Crazib gets spotted again, but he's using the undulations of the land to try and protect himself. Puts a shot for 244 into the T34. Dodges artillery. Wants to pick up a kill. He ricochets off he's aiming for the commander's hatch, the cupola on the turret of that T34. It's one of the weak spots. Let's see if this one goes through. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like that shot even hit, but it's got a pretty good reload, especially when you're running pudding and tea, and of course you'll be running equipment as well to try and help with all that. He's got high explosive shells loaded, trying to pick up the kill on that T54. Unluckily though, those high explosive shells did not land. 1-2's the score. The IS-7 picked up the kill on the T-34, the Tier 8 premium heavy American tank, and he finally does catch a shell from that American artillery piece, the M40, M43. Waits for his crew to become no longer stunned or unstunned. That E1 did get taken out by the E4 eventually, and that evens it up at 2 apiece. Crazy. He's only on 484 hit points of damage so far. He's on 886. He's lost nearly half his health. Needs to be careful there. Throws a shot towards the Conqueror, but doesn't land it. Looks like the IS-7's just put a damaging shot into the Conqueror. Bounces the turret. The Conqueror has got a pretty good turret. Not sure if standard rounds are going to get through the turret. Even premium rounds are probably going to struggle at this angle. 2-all the score now. Conqueror goes down to the French artillery piece, the Tier 9 artillery. As crazib aims towards the T25 pilot. Also, that was a blind shot towards the FCM. It did go through though. It was just out of his view range, but of course when they're out of your view range you can still put damaging shots into these enemy tanks. Looking towards that T49. Wants to put some damage into the T49. Cops 87 hit points of damage from that T25 Pilot 1. That was a high explosive round. 5-2 the score now. crazib on nearly 1,000 damage, but he's just getting warmed up in this Tier 10 battle on Malinovka. 5-3. We're up by 2 tanks. He needs to keep his gun in this game though. He doesn't want to be like that 1390 and get taken out by the pattern. That pattern has not been spotted this game. He's looks a little bit like that pattern could be camping the red line. Looking towards that FCM. That no idea where that shell went, but somebody hit him, took him down to 45 hit points. The map ping going on, the 1390 and the T44 on the enemy side. Approaching the base, and this is where I think crazib's going to go back to try and stop him from capping it out. 1390, even though it's tier 9, it hasn't got any armour whatsoever because it's a light tank, and of course that T44 reasonably well armoured Russian medium. crazib going back to make sure they don't cap this one out and flank out the artillery and the T95 and the Stritzwagen 103-0. 3 tier 10s still left on each side, the Patton, the Fock B and the T110E4 on the enemy side. None of those tier 10 tanks have been spotted on the enemy side, so they're either camping like absolute champions or they're pushing the west. 3 tier 10s on crazib's side. The IS-7 who's got 3 kills already, the Jagdpanzer E100 who's up there helping the IS-7 with that push towards the north, and the T110E4 also up there with the Jag and the IS-7. But as predicted, crazib showing good map awareness. He could tell that maybe that 1390 and the T44 might be hoping to cap this one out, and with no vision they could just cap it out all day. Gets spotted, puts a shot into the T44, picks up 826 assisted damage as the T95 ammo-racks the T44, blows his head clean off, and that brings the lead back onto crazib's side, 7-6. He's on 941 damage, 1455 assisted damage, 2 marks of excellence on the gun barrel. Looking for something. The T95 on a bit of a ping fest, saying, rightio, you go there so I can snipe like an absolute champion, and that's exactly what he's doing. In the T95, crazib asks in the clan chat, what kind of health is this 1390 on? And Batchat artillery letting him know that he is full health. Unlucky that shot didn't go through. Looks like it got eaten by the tracks. 7-all is the score. The IS-7, the T110E4 and the Jag having a good push towards the north, but looks like something's holding them up. Only the IS-7 is in our view range on 1104 hit points. Not sure what the rest are on. Artillery picks up the kill on the T25 Pilot 1. That's a tank that would have been getting vision on these tanks in the northeast as well as the IS-7. crazib from Cloran, just kicking back, trying to get some vision on that 1390. Of course, the 1390, I would imagine, has a better view range than the FV4202, but there he is. Fires clutch and doesn't land a shot. Looks like the T95 might have fired as well, but that doesn't land. crazib gets a shot. Somebody else gets him for 600 odd, and crazib picks up some more assisted damage as he picks up the kill on the Tier 9 French auto-loading light tank. 9-7 the score now. Only one, look at on the right-hand side of the screen, only one enemy tank that's still alive has been spotted. You can understand the M40, M43 not getting lit at this stage of the game. The T49 last spotted down back here by the water. These three Tier 10 tanks, all with a kill each, have not been spotted this game, and either has the Waffenträger Aufpanzer 4. crazib looks like he's going up towards the west now. Does get spotted, so he hides behind this building. It's probably the right thing to do. He doesn't want to throw away his health. He lets his teammates know in chat that he's been lit. Can he get shot through those windows? Not exactly sure. He's not sure if he's still lit. Gets lit again. How would he be getting lit? That T49, I'm tipping that T49's probably moved up over to this side of the red flag. These guys clearly don't want to move. Can't see what kind of health the Jag, the E4 or the low are on. Of course the low being at Tier 8. doesn't want to be the first one to run down this A line. E4 gets lit. Hopefully artillery is looking towards that E4, that tier 9 French artillery. The IS-7 and the Stritzwagen 103 has come to join crazib on the western flank, trying to get a different angle on these tanks. These tanks clearly don't want to move too far forward. Like I said before, we can't see the health of these tanks. The low pinging for help. Hopefully those tank destroyers are backing him up. Artillery lets everyone know that he's reloading by hitting the F8 key. And that M48 pattern. Tippett is beat in that position all game. E4 gets spotted. crazib puts a shell into the side of the tank destroyer. He does get spotted though. He wants to get another shell into him. Doesn't quite land it. 9-7 to score. This is still anyone's game with 3 tier 10s left on each side. E4 gets taken down to 720 hit points. That's Stritzwagen leading the charge with the IS-7 following close behind. crazib looking for a cheeky shot on the TD. Just want to shoot the Stritzwagen. Bounces the turret of the American tank destroyer. 9-7. You'd think the IS-7 and the Stritzwagen would have him covered down there. He's stunned as well. And of course that looks like a beautiful shot. That Waffenträger Ralph Panzer IV is not going to bounce anything off his turret, and maybe that's who was spotting crazib earlier on in a very interesting position. The tier 9 German tank destroyer puts another shot into him for 185. That's a bit of a low roll there. What's his average? Average is 230. Needs to maintain vision on the Waffenträger Ralph Panzer IV. He knows he can cop one shot, but he wouldn't want to cop any more than one shot. Auto aims. Artillery lets him know that he's going that way. He needs to fix his crew and stay away from that big German gun. He should get himself a kill. He does. That's his second kill of the game, and that makes the score 11-7. No idea what that Waffenträger Ralph Panzer IV was doing right out here in the middle. I mean, he wasn't spotted for a long time, but who knows? Who knows what he's thinking? Clearly, everyone else is in this little triangle here in the northwest on the enemy side. crazib moving forward, trying to provide vision for his team. Is the only medium tank left. There's M48 Patton left on the enemy side on that red line, who's probably got definitely got a better view range than crazib in the FV4202. But I'm tipping he's got a pretty good crew in this tank, and of course that pudding and tea and whatever other equipment he's running might help with his view range. He shoots and misses the Fock B. Fock B absolutely YOLOing towards the IS-7 by the looks of it. Thank you very much. Picks up the kill. That's his third kill of this game, getting rid of the tier 10 French tank destroyer, the Fock B. 2-minute siren goes off with the score on 12-8. Just 3 enemy tanks left. The M48 Patton, the T49 light tank, as he gets spotted, fires towards the T49 before he finishes aiming. The Jagdpanzer E100 goes down, and he needs to keep these tanks lit. Puts a nice shot into the T49. Is that T49 looking for the water? I certainly hope he's not. You know I can't stand it when people do that. 12-9 is the score. Last 2 enemy tanks huddling in this corner. crazib looking forward to get some more vision. Minute and a half left to go. Auto aims and misses the T49. He doesn't want that T49 to hit him. He is aiming his way. The T49 misses. crazib misses as well. That M48 Patton hasn't been seen for some time. This E4 needs to come down. Surely this E4 isn't just going to sit up there. Artillery gets lit. crazib does the right thing. Puts a shot into the M43. Stritzwagen kills the M40. He shoots and damages the T49 as the 1-minute siren goes off. Takes the T49 down to 173 hit points, but he does get killed. The artillery kills the T49, and that Patton, surely that E4, finally that E4 starts moving forward, and that's probably why he was being so hesitant. He's only on 352 health, and while artillery was still in play, he was certainly going to take a very big risk by going forward. And crazib from Crown puts a big thanks into the chat. 3,500 damage, 2,500 assisted. Thank you very much. The bad chat in the end kills the M48 Patton, and the E4 kills the low. I wonder why. I wonder why he did that. I don't know. I don't know why he did that. But in the end, another Ace Tanker Mastery badge for World of Tanks with Stewie JP at Get On Board Studios. Crazib from Crown Clan, Ace Tanker Mastery Badge, Bruiser, Fire for Effect, Oskin's Medal for getting 3 kills that are all of higher tier, and the Confederate for shooting more tanks than anybody else did. He certainly had a lot to do with the demise of all those tanks on the right hand side of the screen on Malinovka. Top scored by damage and experience, nearly 1500 base experience, 3,500 damage, 3 kills, 2,638 assisted damage. No idea why the E4 killed the low, considering the low actually did more than the E4 by experience, not by damage. Of course, he was a tier 8 compared to a tier 10. And he made some credits, even though he was running premium consumables and a fair bit of premium ammunition. I think that would be the only reason with a premium account that he would only make 12,500 credits. But not a bad ace tanker, featuring Crazib from Crown Clan in the FV4202, as we look at another battle featuring Crazib from Crown Clan. This time it's a tier 9 game on Fisherman's Bay. And he's not stuffing around. Looks like he's going straight to the centre of the map, trying to get some vision for his team, see what's around here, and see what he can do to carry this one. I'm not going to give too much away, but this game won't go for quite as long as the first replay in this video. Lots of heavy tanks on both sides of the team. So you'd imagine a lot of them are going to go down that way. He sees the IS2, no idea how he bounced that shot, so he looks towards the E75, bounces that one as well, critical hit, and he didn't even get the assisted damage. If you're feeling a little bit ripped off here, but he does put a shot into the Tiger 2, that's zeronized from EGP Clan, that's zeronized in the Tiger 2. He's sent me a few replays over the years. Crazib putting another shell into the IS3, spots the guard, the new tier 8 premium Russian medium tank, finally gets spotted. He's on 666 hit points of damage already, plus 200 assisted. Needs to move though. There's 2 artilleries in this team, the Lorraine 15550 at tier 8 and the N53 M55 at tier 9. So needs to be a little bit careful, Crazib from Crown Clan. 2 marks of excellence on that gun barrel, the FV4202. You can see on the mini-map the T28 HDC, not the quickest tank in the world, trying to get up to this A1 tank destroyer position before there's nothing left to shoot at. Black Prince in an interesting position there at E2, and the Emil 2 with the T20 getting very aggressive towards the southwest, even before this TD's into position. Crazib looking at that Skoda, wants to try and chip away. The top tier Czech auto-loading medium tank picks up some assists, some more assisted damage as well. Takes his damage done up to nearly 1,000 hit points, 410 assisted. Using the ridge lines, that's the good thing about the FV4202. It does love some ridge lines. He fires blindly towards where Skoda or the Panther was last spotted. Does cop a shot from the Primo Victoria though. Still on 1,150 hit points though. You can see that P Victoria copping a little bit of damage. He's down to 900. Not time to brawl yet though. Crazib from Crown just looking over these ridge lines. Again, looking at the mini-map, they can see we've got plenty of heavies here in town, but so do the enemy. The enemy have I would say more heavies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus the guard. And it looks like Crazib's team only have maybe 5. That's not a fight you really want to push into. T28 HDC, that's a second reward tank, pushing down the one line with the Scorpion G, the Black Prince and the Emil. Black Prince will be feeling a little bit nervous in this tier 9 game. 1-2 is the score. The Emil's already picked up 1 kill, that's the IKV 90B, the tier 7 Swedish tank destroyer. And he's still lucky enough to be on full health. You'd think that Emil's probably got a full clip loaded now. And there's a T28 prototype. Unfortunately, Crazib from Crown puts that shell straight into the dirt, looking at damaging shots on the Primo Victoria, but doesn't really present itself. T28 prototype goes down to the Emil 2. The P Victoria gets killed by the Scorpion G, and unfortunately the Black Prince trying to fight above his weight class, I think, in that big push towards the southwest. 3-all the score. Looks like artillery just damaged and stunned not only the Skoda but also the Panther Crazy picks up his first kill of the game, getting rid of the tier 9 auto loading. Check medium tank. Cops a shot from artillery. That tells me artillery's probably down there. Fixes his gun up. KV4 clearly not happy with the IS being back there. Everyone's an expert in water tanks. Crazy looking towards that guard who just took a big hot hit for about 500 hit points. That's probably the Scorpion. Fires blindly, he picks up the kill on the premium tier 8 medium Russian tank. And that puts his team in the lead, 6-5. However, even though they're winning 6-5, this eastern flank is under a lot of pressure from the enemy, and they've worked out, they've got the numbers here, so they're pushing right into the IS and the Tiger P, and they both go down. There's one more IS left. Bounces a shot against, was that Zerodites in the Tiger P at tier 7. Gets a shot into the IS, takes him down to pretty low hit points. He's getting assisted damage here because he's keeping these tanks lit. That IS is doomed. Puts a shot into the back of the IS-2. And he's just looking to keep these tanks lit and also to keep pumping the damage out while these other tanks get into position. 6-8's the score. Takes the IS-6 down to a one-shot. He's up to nearly 2,000 damage now, and I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. AMX M449's the next victim. Takes him down to 279 hit points before the Scorpion G gets rid of the premium French heavy tank. That shot goes into the dirt. Does get spotted. The T28 HTC knows that he's too slow to get into this fight, so he jumps on the cap, tries to put some pressure on the enemy tanks, which is probably not a bad idea. If they can get rid of the E75, which is what the Tiger P is pinging away at, then nobody will be able to see the HTC on the cap, and maybe capping it is the only way they're going to win this game. A lot of these enemy tanks that were pushing up here, not sure if they're going back or if they're going to continue to go forward towards the artillery at the base. Of course, having that siren go off with only 50 seconds to go will certainly make them feel the pressure. He bounces the Tiger 2. The Emil 2 looks like he's having a dip at the Tiger 2 as well. They need to get rid of this German heavy tank. Couldn't take that shot. There was a building in the way. Bounces a shot from the IS-6, which is handy. A lot of IS-6 players not too happy with the penetration of that gun. 8-9 the score now. Crazib's on 3 kills, 2,229 damage. A little bit blocked, a little bit of assisted. Puts a shell into the IS-2. He's on 423 hit points. You'll need 2 more shots to kill him. And of course, once that IS-2 killed the Panther, the artillery Panther, it'll be all over. Plenty of low health tanks here. There goes one of them. The Tiger 2 goes down. That's Crazib's 4th kill. 9-10 is the score. The T28 heavy tank concept still on the base. Scorpion G goes down to the IS-2, and I think Crazy wants to try to get rid of that IS-2. There he is. Wait for that gun to aim. It'll be 2 shots to kill him. First shot tracks him. He'll be hoping artillery's aiming his way. Now Crazy doesn't get lit there, so he can finally get rid of him. The Emil 2 picks up the kill. 10-12 is the score. That heavy tank concept, the second of the personal mission reward tanks, goes down on the cap. He was never going to last too much longer while all those heavy tanks went back. He sees zeronized from EGP clan in the Tiger P down to 151 health. One more shot is all Crazib's going to need to get rid of that tier 7 German heavy tank. Straight in, auto aims, bounces. The Emil 2 does its job. That Emil 2 having a ripper, and you can see Crazy just did one of those dynamic platoons, I suppose you could call, because they're on 9 kills between them. 5 kills to the Emil 2, 4 to Crazy, and there it is, and that should get a nice cheeky little reward if they can survive this. It's going to be all down to them though, because they're the only 2 tanks left. Artillery stuns and damages the IS, takes him down to 59 hit points, but it looks like Crazy doesn't have a shot on the tier 7 Russian heavy tank. He's behind that thing. There's the IS the IS. There's the E75. Crazib says, thank you. I'll take my 5th kill. Bounces a shot from the IS. The Lorraine gets spotted down the south. That Lorraine was last spotted in the city. Now Crazib doesn't want to take any more shots, especially from this IS. If they can get rid of this IS, it's just 2 artilleries left. The Emil 215 kills, Miu 931205, and Crazib from Crown Clan on 5 kills, 2,747 damage, 1,000 assist, 610 damage blocked. Moving away, picks up some more assisted damage as the M53 M55 kills the IS, and now it's just the 2 artilleries, the M53 M55 and the Lorraine 155-50. They're both on 5 kills. If they can kill 1 artillery each, it'll be 6 kills each, and a crucial contribution, 12 kills in a platoon. 5 kills to Mui, I guess that's how you say it, Mui. Crazy puts a shot into the Lorraine 155. I don't think he's spotted here, so he can take his time and aim. There's the top gun, and just 1 enemy tank left, and that's the M53 M55. Kudumthep SN from VNFF clan. Let's see what he does. Please tell me it's not going to... Please tell me it's not going to drown. Now, they've invited the M53 M55 to platoon, and that's a crucial contribution. 12 kills in a platoon, and that's something that dynamic platoons are good for. And the Emil 2 picks up the kill on the M53 M55, and in the end, a massive carry, 13 kills in that platoon, albeit a dynamic platoon. Not a bad result for Crazib. And have a look at that, 3 marks of excellence on the Tier 8 British premium medium tank, the FV4202. That's a massive achievement for Crazib from Crown Clan. Well done, mate. That is absolutely fantastic. Not only was it 3 marks of excellence, it was also an ace, Hand of God, Bruiser, Fire for Effect, Leave, I can't say this one, but it's the one where you get to kill 2 tanks that are higher tier. Crucial contribution for 12 kills in a platoon. A cheeky little dynamic platoons, that's what they're good for. And of course the top gun. Second page, 3,393 hit points of damage, 6 kills, 1,409 base experience, 31 shots fired, 25 hit, 18 went through, 1,805 that's sniped damage, 1,308 damage upon detecting assisted damage, a little bit blocked, and cost him some credits because there was a bit of gold spam there as well as a pudding and tea, but well worth it for crucial contribution and an absolute massive ace tanker. 2 ace tankers from Crazib from Crown Clan, not being top tier, but still putting in all the hard yards to carry those games like no tomorrow. Hats off to the Emil 2 player as well, 4,500 damage for his 6 kills, and artillery did his job, I guess. Thank you very much for the replays, Crazib. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and see you all next time.